Speaking of matters honey, beekeepers who are agriculture stakeholders who are worried not knowing what the future has for bees. The keepers are now calling upon Kenyans to conserve trees and water bodies to save bees and humanity. As Josh Nsare reports, without bee crops, pollination will fail and affect food production.
As the government continues to spearhead projects aimed at achieving a greener environment through tree planting and growing in mitigating the effects of climate change, bees' welfare remain a major concern.
There's been a steady decline on bees in the environment for pollination services, and this has also had an impact on us as bee farmers who practice beekeeping.
If bees will not be given the appropriate environment, this will lead to low food production, considering they are agents of pollination in plants.
We need the trees, we need the environment, we need habitat for the bees, including the forests. And we are in collaboration with the KFS, who are the custodian of the forest, to ensure that we tap the potential, which is on honey production.
The honey makers, including beekeepers, bee equipment and products traders, among other players in beekeeping industry in Kenya, underscore the need for the country to step up the efforts to plant trees and conserve water towers in order to save bees. Meet the queen bee, a self-styled, passionate beekeeper who also doubles up as a bee products and equipment entrepreneur.
We manufacture beekeeping equipment, we train on modern beekeeping, and above all, we also are beekeepers engaged in commercial beekeeping.
It's mid-morning in Otila Kamwara's bee equipment and products workshop in Embakasi, Nairobi. A beehive of activities is the description of the honey maker's workspace. For 20 years, Otila Kamwara has grown her career as both a bee equipment maker, a beekeeper, as well as a bee products and equipment trader. She delights herself with the title, the Queen Bee.
So we do the manufacturing here in this factory and supply them, and also train farmers on how they can manage such type of beehives. It is important for a beekeeper to be well protected when handling the beehives. So we also have the bee suits, which we manufacture locally, because actually the aim is also to create employment.
Otila Kamwara is an ardent crusade of bee welfare, alluding to their essential role in crop pollination as well as in honey making.
If we look at some of the crops that the bees really that really depend on bees for pollination, this includes sunflower, canola, strawberry, avocados, watermelons. Quite a variety of crops, they depend on beekeeping for pollination.
Not much of the history of beekeeping industry in Kenya is documented other than the early feasibility studies of 1967 to 1969, majorly by development agencies. These studies laid the foundation for the beekeeping training, research, extension and market development initiatives by the development organizations in Kenya in the year 1970s.
The initiative to form platforms was started by African Union under the cover of AU HIBA.
Following recommendations by various researchers, the government under the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock established the National Beekeeping Station in 1982, which later became critical in development of policies and strategies that led to the current liberalization of apiculture industry in Kenya, which began in 1993.
Then continuously we have been having World Bee Days every year, except 2020 due to Corona. So we have had World Bee Day celebrations in West Pokot, in Nairobi, in Kitui, in Nakuru, and this year we are actually organizing one in Baringo County.
According to 2019 statistics by the State Department of Livestock, apiculture contributes about 14 billion Kenya shillings of Kenya's GDP annually.
Beekeeping, just to appreciate it, is a key input in food production or food security for that matter. So we really go ahead by trying to create employment, elevate or improve on the livelihood, and also it provides food and income.
The Apiculture Platform of Kenya, APK, is a membership network of about 138 members who are stakeholders in beekeeping industry, include beekeepers, state departments, research and training organizations, business community, among others. Established in August 2016 and registered as a society in 2017.
I want to say within the 10 years, there has been a tremendous growth of the industry, particularly stakeholders coming on board.
According to Robinson Mbae, the chairman APK, Kenya is a net importer of honey.
Kenya is generally a net importer of honey. And most of our honey actually come across our neighbors, which is Tanzania, most of the honey.
According to Calro, it is estimated that Kenya produces about 11,000 metric tons of honey and 1 to 3 tons of beeswax annually. Traditional beehives contribute over 80% of honey production in Kenya.
We are a low producer as a position, and I think the production levels has been down, up. When there are a lot of rains, we get a lot of honey. When there is deficiency, like now, when there is deficiency when there is drought, and the production has been between 8,000 metric tons and 25,000 metric tons.
Major Munene, an urban beekeeper in Riruta, Dagoretti, Nairobi County, has been a friend of the bees throughout his age. The 57-year-old inherited the art of beekeeping from his grandfather, the late Thagichu Wamiru, who was a renowned beekeeper in Riruta area.
Kwa kweli ufugaji wa nyuki mimi nilianza nikiwa kijana mdogo sana, yapata kama miaka 7 hivi.
As a young boy, Munene tells us he would accompany his grandfather to Ngong Forest, where he had kept numerous traditional log hives.
Kati babu yangu alipofika kiwango cha kustaafu ufugaji wake wa nyuki, sitasema kwani ni kustaafu, ni vile alifika sasa kawa afya yake haimruhusu kuwa anaenda kwa nyuki. Alianza kunituma niwe naenda kuangalia mizinga zake, na nilikuwa nafanya kadri na vile ambavyo alikuwa anafanya.
Today, Major Munene is one of the few urban beekeepers who continue to record decline in honey production following reduction of forest cover, especially due to the growing urban housing demand, which continue to put pressure on forested lands, which were traditionally bee habitats.
Nyakati hizo nikikumbuka huku kote upande wa Riruta kulikuwa ni kama mashamba na misitu. Misitu ilikuwa mingi sana, nao nyuki walikuwa pia ni wengi sana. Tofauti na vile ambavyo sasa tuko.
Munene now has a total of 50 beehives, which include a mix of traditional log hives and improved Kenya top bar hives.
Ile course ilinifungua macho vizuri jinsi ya kufuga nyuki kisasa. Sio vile ambavyo tulikuwa tunafuga nyuki na ile mziga ya log hive.
In Kenya currently, there are several types of beehives that are available for beekeepers, including the flow hive, cub hive, Langstroth hive, Kenya top bar hive, African box hive, log hive, bark hive, basket hive, and mud hive. Munene has since become a trainer and a mentor. Following skills gained through a short course he undertook at National Beekeeping Institute.
Huwa nasaidiana na wale ambao wanataka kufuga nyuki, iwe ni vikundi ama mtu binafsi, hata pia wale ambao wako kwenye shule ambao wanataka kupata masomo ama consultancy, huwa napata kusaidiana na wao.
Mimi katika ufugaji wa nyuki nilionyeshwa na Meja, na kutoka wakati alinionyesha ufugaji huu tumekuwa na yeye, na ndio nikawa na hamu na kupendelea hiyo kazi. Nikikumbuka pia hata hapo awali nikumbuka babu yangu pia alikuwa anafanya kazi ya kuwa na mizinga zamani.
Trained in business information technology, Peter Mutunga is a young man who has found a fortune in beekeeping. He acquired beekeeping skills from Apiculture Ventures in Embakasi and is now a proud owner of 70 beehives, 45 of which are colonized by bees.
Nilianza ukulima na mizinga 5 ambayo nilinunua mwaka mmoja uliopita, ila ilikaa muda tu kidogo wa miezi miwili ndipo ikaingia nyuki, na wakati iliingia nyuki nilikaa kama miezi miwili, nikaanza kuona nyuki wameongezeka na nikaweka sanduku ya juu ambayo inawekwa kwa Langstroth beehive ambayo ni ya kutoa asali, na baada ya mwezi mmoja nikapata asali.
Mutunga harvests between 10 to 12 kilograms of honey from one beehive in a good season, with a specialization in Langstroth beehives and Kenya top bar hives.
Baada ya muda wa miezi miwili unaweza ukapata kwa mzinga moja kilo 15, na ukipiga hesabu ya mizinga 70, 15 kwa miezi miwili inakuwa ni pesa ambayo takriban inafika 1,100, ambayo inaweza kukusaidia kufanya shughuli na pia kufanya mambo ya muhimu ambayo unahitaji kujiinua.
According to Albert Einstein, if the honeybees disappeared from the earth, man would only have 4 years left to live.
And I want to tell people to really appreciate bees as an animal. If you call it an animal, it's an insect, of course, but it's something that contributes a lot to what we eat, how we live, what we get, and therefore we would want people to appreciate that.
Joash Onsare, TV 47.
Right, thank you for that, Joash Onsare. Quite